Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Finish Line, the podcast for runners of every pace, every distance and every goal. I am your co-host, Georgia. I am a 5-time marathon runner, a content creator and a part owner of the Performance Project, Australia's fastest growing endurance community. Today we are doing a big catch up on our New Year's, everything we've been up to. I have some exciting news to share with you, but before we get into that, I better introduce you to the other half of this podcast, Matt. He is a 5-time Ironman, an ultra marathon runner, and the founder of the Performance Project. How are you, Matt? How are you?
I'm fine, Georgia. That was the 5th time we tried to do this intro. We finally got there. So I am just happy we're into the episode. And we're back.
I know,
from
I've had
holidays.
I've had quite a morning, and getting back into podcasting after, what have you had, nearly 3 weeks off?
Yeah, we've only been doing it a year, but it's the longest break we've ever had.
I know. And you know that we've had time off when I ask you like 5 times, how are you?
Yeah. Like, I couldn't connect my headphones. Like my microphone wasn't working. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, same. I opened up my laptop and my WhatsApp needed to be re-updated, which meant I was like, oh, far out. But anyway, we got there in the end. My microphone, when I turned it on, did that really high pitched screech sound. I was holy crap. Oh dear. But yeah, sorry about the bit of the intro bungle there. But anyway, what do you do? What's new?
It's all good, mate. If there's one thing we are, it is... What's the word? We just go with the flow.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. First episode
New Year's,
back.
same us.
That's it. But to be fair, you finished the year with some cracking intros. You peaked and now you've just come back down.
Yeah, look, if it wasn't for the 5 goes before that one, I would have said that was a pretty good intro. And then I messed it up right at the end because I thought about it too much. I was in my head, I was going, wow, you did a really good job there. Don't fuck this up. And then I fucked it up. Anyway, how have you been? Catch me up.
Yeah, good, mate. Just training. Got Ironman 70.3 New Zealand in a few weeks. And then start UTA prep this week. So, yeah, that's sort of life at the moment. It's just training and Performance Project.
Yeah. I know my our other coach, Anthony. Anthony's doing the full Ironman in New Zealand, so I've been following his journey, and so I know it's not too long away until that, which is super exciting. I wish I could go over and spectate. It'd be so cool.
Taupo is one of those places where it's like when you look at all the videos, you're like, it just looks special. Like they have the I'm not going to try and say it the way that New Zealanders say it, but all the Maori guys, they come in on the I'm assuming it's a canoe, but they come in on the boat and they do the haka on the beach beforehand and stuff at sunrise.
Wow.
It's like a really cool experience, Ironman. So
spiritually and emotionally, I feel like that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's the second oldest Ironman too. So outside of Hawaii. So
wow.
I'm really looking forward to going over and just enjoying New Zealand and the experience versus racing. Like this race is just for fun for me, but it's I'm more excited about everything else rather than the actual race.
Yeah, I guess I guess it's kind of like doing a not that I'm comparing the two, but it's a bit like doing a half marathon versus a full marathon. You can kind of relax a little bit more
100%
leading into the race. Yeah.
And I'm only doing, because we have so many athletes doing their debut Ironman, that's the only reason I'm going over. And I was like, well, if I'm going over, I might as well just get my feet wet, so to speak. So, yeah, I'll do the 70.3. I'll be done before the full Ironman guys are off the bike, and then I'll just hang out and make sure they finish the race and be there when they finish.
Yeah, cool. Plus, get cool content of them and stuff like that, which is nice.
We'll bring Jimmy over. We're making our third signature doco. I think we got 18 this year. So the 3 of 18. Yeah. So we'll get some awesome content and be there for the guys. When it gets dark, and when I say dark mentally, it's 28 kilometers into a 200 and something kilometer race. It is, they might need me there on the sideline.
Yeah, for sure. And it's so cool to have Jimmy there. He just captures a different part of the race that you don't get to see. So
absolutely.
And your doco just came out. Well, it hasn't come out yet, but you did a teaser last night on Instagram, and it actually comes out. I mean, you chose a great day. It comes out on my birthday.
Is it?
Yeah, Matt doesn't like birthdays. He's like, whatever. But yeah, it comes out of my birthday. And of course, the best day of the year. Multiple reasons now.
Multiple reasons, yeah. Yeah, it comes out on Friday, what day's your birthday?
23rd.
24th.
Today's Tuesday. Welcome back.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it comes out on Friday, 6:00 on YouTube. Be Project 100, so it's the recap of my 100K ultra. It's I don't know, it's about 25 minutes. It's really good.
Yeah,
really
it's
happy
really,
with
really
it.
good.
Yeah.
I got to watch it before, it goes up, and it's amazing. It was really emotional, and it's so cool to see the whole journey. And if you guys have listened to the episode that we did the recap on, you can kind of watch both hand in hand, and it's a nice little recap of the whole event.
Yeah, and there will be a part 2 for UTA, so it'll set things up, because I was definitely not happy with how that race finished, but we're going to oh, that's something I did. I've actually got a running coach.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
new.
Yeah. I hired a professional trail runner to help me with UTA.
Wow.
Just to help with a bit of knowledge and a bit of experience. Just like I raw dogged Cozzy. Did happy with how the training went and everything. I just made a couple of tactical errors that sort of blew up. But I was like, this guy, his name's Vlad. He's a professional trail runner. He is going to UTMB. He's won a bunch of races, and just going to get him to help me do UTA. So just a bit of experience and something a bit different.
And what went into the decision in choosing that? Like, how did you choose him? Did you find him online or?
Yeah, I actually follow him on YouTube. He's got a good YouTube channel. Funny enough, he wasn't my first choice. The bloke who I reached out to first was just, I don't like badmouth people, but awful at business. Just wouldn't reply. They're like, yeah, I'll call you on this day. No call, no follow-up message.
Oh, no.
It's just one of those. And I was like, you know what? Forget that.
We're not going to work.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with my personality. So, and then I ended up messaging Vlad, and I was like, I knew Vlad. I'd raced Vlad. We'd done a few events together and whatnot, and had a yarn to him at the races and whatnot. But then I'd messaged him and been like, would you coach me? He's like, yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Just, it's weird. I've self-coached now for I don't know, 9 months, 10 months. And it's weird to put my programming in someone else's hand, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, there's, I know it's a big race and everything, but it's always good to get some extra knowledge and try something different.
Yeah, and he's won that race, so he knows it like the back of his hand. Yeah.
That's what you want. You want someone who's won the race.
Yeah, legit, yeah.
It's like getting an Olympian to coach you.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, if you've won it, I'm like, you probably know it a little bit better than me. So
I guess I'll go with you.
Yeah, I haven't even run that course, but I guess you know it better than me.
Yeah, I know. Poor Vlad. I hope he doesn't listen to this and go oh, second choice.
No, well, the bloke I reached out to originally, and he's a good mate, Benny, he came second in Moab, the Moab 240, so 240-mile race.
Oh, my God.
But I guess, I don't know. He's just doing his own thing. So
yeah, and also that's your pet hate if people don't get back to you or don't stick to
it drives me up the fucking wall.
Yeah, so I get if that was your coach, absolutely not. That's just not gonna happen at all.
Yeah, I'm sure he is great with his athletes. It might be just his business onboarding sort of side of it, but whatever. It's Benny's an awesome dude. I like him. He's just we just wouldn't have worked together business wise.
No.
Anyway, I've deliberately made this a really slow, drawn-out process, Georgia, this intro. Because after I say what I'm about to say next, I'm not going to say another word for the rest of the podcast.
Okay, sure.
While I've had all of this news and just ticking along, Georgia's had something slightly more exciting happen in her life.
Slightly?
Just slightly. I mean, I'm running 100K. That's pretty exciting.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, so I'm only giving you slightly.
Do you want me to tell everyone? Although they probably already know.
I've teed it up. If you don't say it now, this podcast is over. We'll just end it at 9 minutes.
I know. I'm having a baby, which is so exciting.
Yep.
Well, I should say Nick and I are having a baby, but, currently I'm doing all the work.
Yeah. Nick doesn't do much.
Yeah. So, I'm currently, what's now? We're Tuesday. I'm 13 weeks pregnant and it has been a journey. I'm just looking at myself in the camera of Riverside and I can already notice some changes and stuff to my face, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just so interesting. But yeah, I am pregnant and it has been really hard to hide, and I'm so glad everyone knows now because it's been absolutely impossible to train. So we found out in November and I'd already signed up to the triathlon and I had moved across to our coach Anthony and he had been coaching me, which is awesome. But and I managed to
stitched Ant up with that one.
You did.
I was like, George is going to be great. She'll promote him. It'll be awesome. And she's like, I'm not training anymore.
I got 6 solid weeks in. And then, I was doing really well. 6 weeks. I was like, heck yeah, I'm killing this. And then classic, every woman who's pregnant ever gets sick at 6 weeks.
Yep.
Well, not everyone, but most people get sick around 6 weeks. And which is where your HCG hormone peaks. And so how it obviously works is, like, I'm obviously not going to get into the full depths of it, but you produce this hormone, which is the hormone that they detect on a pregnancy test, and it just absolutely skyrockets. And between, weeks 4 and, they say around 12, 13, it just like completely just keeps going up and up and up. And every second day it gets stronger and stronger and there's more of it. And
every second day?
Yeah, every second day the hormone pretty much doubles. So,
wow.
It's so interesting. I've learned so much. Like, I thought I knew a lot about female anatomy, but I have learned so much in this process, and so has Nick. But yeah, so every second day is a roller coaster. So you'd have kind of like a really good day, and then the next day you just like feel absolutely rubbish because the hormone is just like doubled, and then you kind of get used to it again, and then it doubles again, and so. At 6 weeks, I got quite sick, and to the point where I was like swimming in the pool and stuff and just like going to vomit in the pool. And so, trigger warning for everyone who hates talking about vomit. I'm so sorry, but I probably will mention it a couple of times because I've been so sick. It is a very, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so grateful to be in this position, but then there are days where you're like, I have never felt worse in my life. This really sucks. So that was really tough. I've had pretty much, because your immune system absolutely tanks because you give everything to the growing baby. You can probably hear it in my voice. I've had a cold since November, which has been tough. And then I went on holidays and I got the flu and I got a chest infection. And so that put running aside because I couldn't breathe. And so many of my friends were just like, oh, sure, you're sick. Yeah, ha, ha. Like, we get it. You're pregnant, but, you're trying to hide it on socials. And I was just like, no, I'm genuinely so unwell right now. But yeah, it's made running really tricky. But I'm getting there. I'm getting back into it. My running, I've gone from my normal like 5:30 to 5:50 pace or 6:30 for an easy run. And it's just, I'm probably at least adding a minute onto all of that. So that's okay. It's fine.
You're literally doing it for weight vest. So
yeah. I've already put on a couple of kilos and stuff, which is fine. It's just one of those things where you spend so much time of your life as a female thinking about body image and all that kind of stuff. And then, I don't know, you start to grow a baby and you're like, okay, I've put on weight, but that's good. Like, this is good. This is good things. It's very interesting to see your body change in so many different ways. It's been really hard to hide because I'm already showing. So not many people show. Well, I mean, everyone's different. I have to keep reminding myself that. But, a lot of people don't show this early on at like 13 weeks. It's usually like that closer to the 20-week mark. And I'm already showing. So I had scans yesterday and she's like, it's fine. It's normal. I was like, okay. So it's been hard to hide. But it's nice.
What is normal anymore? Like, everyone is so different. Like, you can't just say that because you show at 13 weeks, someone else doesn't. It's not normal or it is normal. Like, there's just so many variables. Like,
and
it's just impossible to say what's normal.
It's so true. And, social media is a blessing and a curse, because it's a blessing that, you can see so many other people who are going through the same thing. And so,
Mhm.
you're like, oh, okay, well, she's only 12 weeks and she's showing, or, she's maybe 14. You go, okay, I probably look really similar to that. But then, you obviously then see the other side of things where you're just like, oh my God, that girl has like completely flat stomach and she still looks great and she's still running and she's still at the gym doing things. And it's like, okay, maybe she doesn't have the sickness like you've had. Maybe, she's just like, again, same with all that stuff with running that I always struggled with, is like, you have to remind yourself you don't know that person's backstory. And so, yeah, but I have just been incredibly sick. Even before we jumped on this podcast, I was like, sorry, Matt, give me 5. I just got to go vomit. So yeah, it kind of just happens and you just move on from the day. But the best way I can describe it is, I think at this point it's about 8 weeks of having a hangover. It's just how you feel. You just
That's
extremely,
horrendous.
yeah, you're extremely tired. You feel, for the first, I think for a month, I just was nauseous every day, all day. I used to lay in bed and Nick would have to, like, he'd give me a muesli bar at 6 a.m. and I'd just lay in bed half asleep eating a muesli bar. And yeah, you find ways, like I ate jelly and stuff like that, but you get through it. Like, in the same breath, like, it was a month, but I don't really remember the month. And then
Yeah.
you move on to the next thing, and like then it was, okay, I got to get through this cold and got to get through the, like, being physically sick instead of just feeling really sick. And yeah, it's just been a thing. But the hardest thing, I think, alongside the sickness, is just being so tired, and nothing prepares you for the tiredness. And I've trained for 5 marathons, and I know what peak week feels like. And I think the best way to describe this sort of tiredness is peak week marathon training, where you're just exhausted. And there'd be some episodes of the podcast where I'd come home from work on a Monday just before we record. We would record at 3. I'd have a 15-minute nap. I'd quickly pull myself together, and then we'd jump on mic, and then we'd do the podcast, and then I'd have another nap. And then, like, it's just, you're just getting in naps wherever you can, because
Yeah.
you're just trying to function. So,
The kind of
yeah, but
tired a good night's sleep can't fix.
and that, honestly, that played in my head so many times. Every time I was so tired, I just remembered you saying that. And I was just like, this is the tired you just, like, and even like a good night's sleep doesn't exist.
Yeah, but that's true. Yeah.
One of the most interesting things in my first trimester was watching my sleep scores and my HRV on my watch. I've never seen them so low. And it's like, obviously there's a good reason why. But I think I had 9 hours one night and I got a 38. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know it went this low.
I'm dying.
I'm dying. And my HRV was like 15 or something, and it was like in the red, and my watch was like beep, 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 beep.
Go to the hospital now.
Yeah. When I had the flu, it was so low, and I was just like, it was like a month of just in the red HRV, and I was like, this is crazy. Just seeing, like, physically being able to actually see on the app your body change so much. So yeah, but we're getting there. As I said, 13 weeks, I'm on the up. I'm feeling, it's not every day I'm sick now, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. I would say when you were saying about showing and all that, and about like struggling with training, do you know who Tia Claire Toomey is?
No.
So Tia Claire Toomey is, I think she's a 7-time CrossFit Games champion, 6 or 7, 7, 7 or 8, whatever. She's the most winningest across male or female. She's Australian. She just has absolutely dominated on the world stage. She's also an Olympian, Commonwealth Games athlete. Like, she's one of the most versatile athletes on the planet.
Oh my God, how do I not know her? I feel bad.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like Australia's got crazy athletes that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
She has the wildest abs you've ever seen. Like, year round, just like looks like she's on gear, but obviously Olympian, does all the testings, like super clean. I can't remember if she's got 1 or 2 kids now. But when she had her first kid, she was like uber showing. Like, it's like your stomach is going to explode from like
okay.
And so she went from abs to like crazy. But she was training all the way through and documented all the training, and she was training at like a competitive level while pregnant.
Wow.
I would encourage you just to not use her as motivation, but just like look at the body transformation and then like how she dealt with it, because she was very transparent on YouTube and Instagram and like
Okay.
about like how it affected her and how she was like still able to train and like modify training while going from the best shape in the world to like her clothes don't fit.
Yeah. And that it's just such a wild ride. Like that's I'm gonna definitely check her out. I'm gonna check out some of you said her YouTube, right?
She's YouTube and Instagram,
Yeah.
big on those.
Yeah, I'll check her out on YouTube because I'm sure she delves into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Um
It's a couple of years ago now, but like it'll be easy to
That's
find.
all right. Yeah, I just searched on YouTube. That's fine. But yeah, it's like as I said before, like Anthony was training me and everything, and I just had to say to him like I need to adjust my training because and like that in itself has been so hard. But yeah, one of the hardest things was like I was kind of running, but I couldn't document it online because I was showing so early, and
That's been my highlight, is watching you spam old footage.
I know so many people are like, and that was one of my tips from a friend of mine. She said to me, she's like, look, I'm just gonna let you know now, in a couple of weeks, you're not gonna want to do anything. And I was like, I'll be fine. I love documenting and I love Instagram. She's like, bank footage now, trust me, bank it. And so a lot of the footage I've been using was from when I was 4 weeks pregnant and I had energy and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it has been a roller coaster. And there's a girl I know through social media, and she was really similar. Like, and I'm not saying this, she did a whole video on it. She had like a six pack. And then she like talks about all the weight gain and stuff like that when she had her baby. And like her baby is on the 90th percent or 99th percentile or something. And it's like, you're growing a human. And like if that baby is tall or if that baby is like a bigger baby, which can be completely normal, you just don't know. And so, I don't know, maybe the reason why I'm showing early is because my placenta's at the front, which means it will sit naturally further forward, which makes me look a bit more bloated. And but there's also the bloat. Like it's so many different things that contribute to it. And so, I haven't been able to document anything, even if I did go for a run, because, I just looked pregnant. And there was one just after New Year's, and I ended up posting it because I was like, oh, I just can't be bothered. And you can definitely, if you watch it back now, you can definitely see I was pregnant in it. You can see my little stomach like poking out.
Big breakfast.
But there's been many a run where I went for, I got out there and I was like, I feel really good. And then halfway through, I'm just like on the side of the road spewing.
Yeah.
Which has been a joy in learning how to not give a shit what anyone thinks when they're kind of running past you.
Might be good for you.
Yeah, maybe.
So you can stop thinking about other people.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true. It is it's a lesson in being a little bit selfish and worrying less about other people and worrying more about myself. So
nothing snaps you out of like caring what people think when like something is wrong. Like as soon as like you're like, I need help, be like, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Like I am doing this. Or if like I need a spew, you're like, I will clear out. I will push people out of the way. I will do whatever is necessary to like sort myself out. And you just don't give a fuck. You're throwing up on the side of the road and you're just like, I don't care what any of these people think.
No, and you know what? If anyone ever stopped or if anyone kind of looked at me, I'm like, I'm pregnant, and they're like, oh, okay,
the ultimate ace up the sleeve too.
Yeah, literally the amount of times I've just been like, I'm pregnant, and someone's like running past, they're like, oh, okay, she's fine. Oh, many times when I've been like walking to the bus and stuff like that, and I've just like run into some poor person's like front yard, and I'm just in their bushes, and then you just got to pull it together, and like life goes on, and. It's so wild. Like it just gives you a whole nother appreciation for pregnant women, or just the first trimester is wild because you're not showing. No one can see you're pregnant. You can't tell anyone you're pregnant. Well, you can, but a lot of people choose not to. And then you are just so unbelievably unwell, and you've got to work and you've got to train and you've got to do the things. So, but I am not training at the moment. I unfortunately had to pull out of the tri after all of that. All the convincing.
All the 6 weeks of training.
No, like all of the episodes that you guys listen to where I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I might do it. I'm doing it.
Here's the thing. Like she's already committed to it. So I don't care if it's 5 years from now. Georgia will do a triathlon. Like,
I will do a triathlon. I have the freaking bike. I'm doing it.
You also have a tri-suit.
I have a tri-suit. I have the bike. I have everything. I got a little bit
Yeah.
of training in, and then no.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not worried about it happening. I'm just it's just when.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be like my postpartum comeback because I'll have,
Maybe.
you know,
Yeah.
can just give the baby to Nick and I'll have more time
No,
in
Nick's
the
got
day.
Ironman Western Australia to train for.
I say more time in the day. I really won't, but you know.
Oh yeah, I now have another life to support. I'll have more time. That makes sense.
Yeah, good one. I know. I'll just do it in maternity leave. Do a sprint try.
Well, you have all
Great
that
use of
extra
my
time. You might as well do an Ironman.
Yeah, I mean, may as well.
Yeah.
God, I've been seeing our friends training for that, and I'm like, I could never. I didn't. Nah.
They're doing the baby training too.
I know, and I'm like, that's too much.
Hmm.
Actually, I don't know. Are they doing the baby training? To me, it looks like absolutely hell.
Not baby, no. They're just like, it's definitely not like elite
no, like,
Ironman training.
They're not time goal training.
No. They're just like, it's volume.
Yeah. Oh, they're, I mean, incredible. My hat goes off to them. They're just absolutely killing it. So yeah, but unfortunately, no try for me. I thought about it for a couple of weeks. I was like, maybe I could still do it. You know, when I feel a bit better, I can smash out like a month of training. And then I just said to Nick, I was like, can you decide for me? Because I don't think I'm in the right mind frame to be making decisions. And he was like, please don't do it. And I was like, oh, thank God. Because I guess I was just really worried that I'd fall off the bike, which is a reason why I haven't been using cleats. So many people are like, why aren't you using cleats yet? So I was really worried about falling off. And then secondly, I was a little bit worried in the water. It's not good to hold your breath when you're pregnant. And then I just know what I'm like in the ocean. And then I was like, what if I get kicked or something? So it was just too many what ifs that I was like, okay, we need to put this on hold.
Also, you're not holding your breath that long while swimming.
No, I know. But like, you know, when you just like, I don't know, like when I last did an ocean swim, I just felt like I was so out of breath compared to when I'm in the pool swimming.
Yeah.
And I just would worry that because you're not meant to hold your breath, like being so out of breath is like not enough oxygen is being brought in. I don't know. You're like, no.
The last time you did an ocean swim, you didn't train any swimming and you just got roped into like a 2K swim that you had no idea what to do.
That's true.
Yeah. Versus, oh, I've been training for swimming and now I can actually swim a little bit. Like,
yeah, gosh. And I miss the swimming, but yeah, it just made me spew. So we had to cut that out.
Yeah, I can't imagine chlorine is awesome when you're feeling nauseous.
No, it was weird. It would be fine. I'd be halfway through a 50-meter lap and then out of nowhere, I'd be like, in the pool. And then I'm like, well, I can't spew in the pool because like that's disgusting. And then again, another example where I got to the end and this older guy came up and he's like, are you okay, darling? Like, you know, they're just checking on you. And I was just like, oh, it's okay. I'm pregnant. He's like, oh, okay. Makes sense. And just like went off. So it's been a great, you know, way to explain things.
Yeah. It's the easiest thing is just, I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant. Yeah. So finally got to announce it the other day and I just feel like an immense weight has lifted.
Yeah,
no more. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I hate lying. And people, like I was obviously very sick. Like I did have the flu. And that is the main reason why I wasn't really running, but running was just really difficult. So I was like, my lungs can't cope because your just body's working overtime. But just having to be like, oh yeah, I've just got a cold, I'm fine. Like, or, you know, but plus side, my hip's better. My physio didn't even work on my hip the other day. He was stoked. He was just like, this is just back to normal. So he was like, great, no more running.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all my news. Nothing too exciting.
Yeah. Another day in the office, mate.
Another day in the office.
Yeah.
So yeah, I promise I won't talk too much on the pregnancy stuff.
You can't talk about it for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's the next time we'll reference it.
Yeah. So unless, you know, you guys ask for any questions and stuff like that, I'm happy to answer those. But I will try my best not to make it my whole personality.
That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. But anyway, yeah, that's me. All caught up. No triathlon. Currently pregnant. Living life.
So how have your goals changed for 2026 then, Georgia, now that we can talk about it, I guess, a bit more freely?
When we did the goal setting episode at the end of last year, guys, I really struggled with this because I was like, Matt, what do I say? Like, I have nothing planned. And I was honest. I was just like, look, I've got nothing planned. I don't, didn't know what I was doing. My goals, look, to be honest, it's survive the next 6 months. I'm due in July. So I'm slightly devo because Gold Coast Marathon is at the start of July, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make it up there to see all of our athletes run. It'll be just case by case, see how I go. So my goal this year has always been just to really support the people around me. So I want to go out to Western Sydney and like see our friends do their Ironmans and like the half Ironman out there. So yeah, that is my goal for the year, is really support the people who've supported me, and that hasn't changed. In terms of running, I really want to just get into doing nice easy runs a couple of times a week, not pushing myself too hard. I've been doing between 3 and 5K when I go out for a run now that I'm feeling a bit better. So yeah, just getting a few of those in, moving my body, making sure I'm doing mobility, because I'm so bad at that. And my hips and everything is just so screwed. So I need to really focus on that this year. But it was very upsetting to be sent an email earlier in the year with a list of races this year. And it was choose what you want. And I was like, oh, this is so upsetting right now.
Yeah.
To like just basically, I was just told I could just do anything I wanted this year. And I was just like, wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
But anyway, next year maybe, who knows? But yes, my goals are very similar to what I spoke about at the end of last year, but now it's surviving pregnancy, moving my body, making sure I'm doing it safely and feeling good, and just taking the pressure off. That's my kind of motto of the year, is just taking the pressure off.
I like that, taking the pressure off. That's very counterintuitive for you.
Yeah. And that has been a really big learning curve, because I put so much pressure on myself to do things and like always have a race and like be striving for something, trying to get faster, content, this. And I just went, nah, not doing it. I'm just going to look after myself, and I'm going to make sure that I'm doing all of the things that make me feel okay and don't push myself too hard. And the first month was really hard in working out what that meant and what that felt like. And getting past that point of feeling like I'm being lazy or not motivated or not disciplined, and losing those things that I've worked so hard for. Like, I would never say no to a session. There was never a time where I'd be like, oh, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Like, I would go. Like, if it was pouring rain outside, I'd still go. Whereas now I just take it day by day, and I'm just like, okay, today I'm not feeling amazing. I'm not feeling good. So I'm just going to have a lie-in, or I might go to the gym and just do some mobility. And yeah, especially with the running, just learning that doesn't matter the pace, just getting through it. I went from running marathons to high-fiving Nick when I got through a 5K. So that has been an interesting learning curve, but I'm there now. I feel like I'm really at peace with it.
I think I do think it's important, and like we talk about seasons in life all the time. It's like this is not forever. It is
No.
for 6 months, and then you'll go and you'll have the baby, and then I'll be like, cool. Like, what does that season of life look like? And then probably 6 or 9 months after that, it'll be like, cool, what does the following season look like? And then there'll just be a very gradual rebuild to whatever you decide you want to do. So I think it's just important that, more for the listeners, it's like it's not forever, even though it feels like forever.
Yeah, and that could apply to anything. That could apply to if you're really struggling with body image, or if you're struggling with an injury. It's not forever. And as Matt, it's so eloquently put, is that it's a season, and this is my pregnancy season, and then I've got my postpartum season, and then I don't know what will happen. And so it is a wonderful way to learn how to just kind of go with the flow and just be in the season and just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a feeling you probably will want a second child at some point. But I was going to say, like, you might only be pregnant once. So, like, even though it is a roller coaster, like, you should, if you're always thinking about the negatives of it, and this, again, applies to whatever, but like, if you're always thinking about the negatives of it and the things that you can't do or things that you're missing out on, there's no chance of enjoying it.
Mm.
So like if you do only have one kid and then you look back in 3 or 5 years time and you're like, you know, that was fucking miserable. Like that's not a great way to look back on that season of your life.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I was choking up a little bit there. That's such a beautiful way to put it, because it's very hard to enjoy being pregnant at the start, because there's so much anxiety, and then there's so much like of that headspace where you're just like, oh, I can't do anything. And you're so right. It's like if you spend that whole time being like, I can't, you don't actually get to enjoy the parts that you've probably waited for so long for.
Yeah, and I know you've waited for it for ever.
I know, poor Matt. We talk about it for so long. I'm like, well, I might be pregnant then. And he's like, Georgia.
Can we just fucking cross that bridge when we get to it? Jesus Christ.
I know. So yeah, it's definitely, I'm learning how to enjoy this season of my life and enjoy being pregnant. And I'm really enjoying it. It is such a beautiful feeling. And, you know, going to a scan and seeing this, it's like so wild seeing this little human being formed every week, and every time it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Like you go from one scan where it's like looks like a jelly bean and you're like, is that it? I don't know, like what is that?
Yep.
To then like fully seeing, like yesterday we saw like its spinal cord and its ribs, and we counted its fingers and toes, and like you're like, oh my God, that was 2 centimeters not long ago and now it's 8, and you're just like, wow, this is crazy. And so you just have to like look at that and go, that is just everything to be grateful for. And if you spend the whole time being like, oh my God, my running sucks, or oh my God, I've gotten so slow, or whatever, you're not going to enjoy the bits that you've, dreamt of. So yeah, yeah, I'm very happy, and thank you for that. I always love our chats on the pod, because I feel like they're my little therapy sessions. And so we haven't chatted properly about this, obviously, on the pod. So I haven't had a chance to really get my feelings out. And now I feel really good.
We've pretty much had a break from each other for a couple of weeks too.
We did. We probably needed it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is like, because we constantly talk about business and we're talking about everything. I was just like, and of course, then throw into the mix that I'm pregnant and hormonal. I'm just like, poor Matt is just dealing with me. Like, what?
Yeah. I mean,
but
there hasn't been a huge difference in terms of the way I think you're obviously you're very conscious of like that things are not normal, and then I think you try and overcompensate and be like, I promise I'm not crazy.
Yeah, there's definitely been moments where I know I've like snapped super early, or like I get really frustrated and I'm like, Georgia, just calm down. Or I'm like, God, I hope he doesn't think that I'm being a bitch right now. Yeah, anyway, same goes with my husband. Poor thing, he's dealt with everything recently.
Yeah, Nick's got it way worse than I do.
Yeah, look, no, to be honest, it's been wonderful for my relationship. I don't know, I'm not saying go get pregnant for your relationship, but if you're in a good space, I feel like it definitely makes it even better. I think if you were in a negative space, it probably wouldn't. But yeah, it's been interesting, but I'm so glad that we, had a couple of weeks off, and now I can come back and we've got heaps to talk about.
I'm not sure if I should say this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
No, say it.
Just so, it's all for the content.
Exactly.
Yeah. You said like relationship in a good space, having a baby and like how it strengthens it. We have a really, really good friend, and she's married, and like their marriage is not going awesome. And she has been convinced forever and a day that having a baby will fix the marriage, and they have been trying forever and it just won't happen. And I almost think it's like, I am convinced it's like, this is a sign like that they don't want, like the baby doesn't want to come into a bad marriage. Like the energy isn't right. Like I don't understand any of that stuff, but like I just have this intuition. I'm like, that your body doesn't want to be fucking locked down to this person.
Yeah, it's as I said before, you learn so much in this whole journey. And there is such thing as two people just completely not being compatible with each other, where like they almost deflect each other. And that's why, sometimes, and this is just all through research that I've found, is like some people it just doesn't work. And so it could literally take, like, I've heard of this, a friend of a friend. Basically, they couldn't fall pregnant. They split up, both found new partners and fell pregnant instantly.
I've heard so many
Because,
stories like that. Yeah.
yeah. And I definitely think bringing a baby into the world takes a lot of consideration, because it is a lot. It is a huge mental toll on your mental health. It's a huge mental toll on your physical health, and then also your relationship as well. And if your relationship's not in a great place, it would be really hard, I can imagine. But, having a supportive partner who really wants it with you is a wonderful thing. And I'm so lucky to have such a wonderful husband who has been along the journey with me. I can't imagine doing it alone. I think my hat goes off to women who do this
Single
alone.
mums are fucking crazy. Like,
how
they do that shit and like work 2 jobs and all that stuff. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I have a friend who went through it, and my hat goes off to her. I don't know how she did it. The tiredness, and just like having someone who, as I said, in the mornings can get up and run and grab me, a muesli bar to make me feel better. Or if I'm in the bathroom being sick, like he'll come and he'll put like a plate outside the door with like a piece of toast and my water bottle, because he knows that's what's going to help. And yeah, it's just, it really takes a lot, and you've got to have a really good support system. And I've been so lucky to have wonderful friends. Like I've had you, Matt, who's been really supportive as well, just with my love of running, and having that support, someone there to help with that, has been really amazing. And so, yeah, it's it's a lot. So yeah, I definitely don't think having a baby is a Band-Aid solution for a marriage. That's for sure. It puts a whole nother pressure on everything.
Yeah.
financially as well. It's fucking expensive.
Mate. I think that's the biggest thing, is like, kids are fucking expensive.
Yeah. Pregnancy is expensive.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
I had a scan yesterday. It was $450. And I mean, like, I get it. I get why it's expensive. Don't get me wrong. It was 40 minutes. Like, she was really going, all over, checking everything, like all the things. But geez, I was like, wow, I don't know. There's obviously free like you can do them for free through, our wonderful healthcare system. But yeah, if you're not going down that route, it is very expensive. Oh dear. Anyway. I've chatted so much about this.
That's George's 30 minutes of pregnancy. We'll touch base again on that in 6 months.
How about you, Matt? Has anything changed for your year ahead? How's your planning for the year going?
Yeah, I guess I've just got a little bit more clarity about like what I want to do. And like, I've been really big on, I've posted this on social media quite a few times. It's like, I'm just trying to cut shit out. It's like, I just want to say no to more things and just focus on like 1 or 2 things. So I've just like made the decision that in terms of sport, or in terms of being an athlete, my 2 goals are UTA, and I haven't set a time goal for that yet. I just want to have the race that I want. Yeah. I just want to race strong, start to finish, and feel like I was so ready for Cozzy. I was so fit. I was so strong. Everything was good. And I just made mistakes that come from experience of not having run 100K before and not knowing how to deal with conditions. And I didn't finish the race the way I should have. And I just want to be able to show that all that hard work wasn't wasted. So there is that. So that's an intrinsic goal. And then my other goal is a sub 10-hour Ironman, which will be Ironman WA 2026.
End of the year?
Sorry?
End of the year, right?
Yeah, December, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll be there, not to run or not to do anything. Proper holiday.
We need head of community.
The plan is to be there.
Yeah, so they're like my 2 big goals. And then I'd like to run, like, as a B goal, I'd like to do like a 3:20-ish marathon at Gold Coast, but I don't really care about that. It's a short turnaround. It's like 6 or 7 weeks post UTA. So it just depends on how I pull up. But if I'm fit, then it'll be all right.
Well, got to beat the fastest marathon runner on this podcast.
I can beat you. I'm not worried about that. I could beat you tomorrow.
Hey, it has to be an official race, or
it can't be Strava's on. That's it.
You'll get roasted online.
Unofficial. Do you know what's funny? I was actually stressed about that for a split second, because for whatever reason, Strava doesn't recognize marathon times in an Ironman because it's registered as triathlon.
Okay, yeah.
So I think I said like my best marathon time in an Ironman is like a minute behind you, or whatever it was, whatever the ridiculous time difference is. But like on Strava, it's like 5 hours something from a marathon I did in training.
Oh, yeah, but you'd have the splits on
No, but like doesn't register it as an official marathon.
no, but as in you'd have the official splits of your race from the actual race people.
Yeah, but like it doesn't register it as a marathon.
On your watch.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, but like, if you were actually putting it online, you would
Yep,
just use
I
the
didn't,
official
but yeah.
timing.
Yeah, but I was strict. So I was like, when the page first came out, I was like, I don't know how it worked, and I was like, oh, I've said I'm a 4-hour marathon runner, but nothing other than like one Ironman page says I can run a 4-hour marathon. So I was like,
totally
fuck.
made it. Yeah, God, we don't want to get caught on that page. Jeez.
Yeah.
Official, unofficial, whatever it's called online, but
I just call it official, unofficial.
Yeah, I think everyone knows by now who they are.
Yeah. And it's going good. They got like 30,000 followers or something. They're going good.
Yeah, it's been great to see. I mean, from when we featured them on the podcast, like they've grown so much.
At least 27,000 of that is us.
Yeah, and it's so funny because they like I think they follow me, or like I don't know, but every now and again they like some of my reels and stuff, and I'm like,
I know they follow Beyond the Finish Line.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, which one have they liked? What have I said? Even though I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
It's like when you see the police and you're like, what? Okay,
oh yeah,
what
as
am I
soon
doing?
as you see a cop car, you're both hands on the wheel, turn the radio down.
Literally, what am I doing illegal? Oh, I know, but yeah, it's a great page, and it's been really great to follow it. Although they're no longer posting people's comments and stuff on the page, they're doing it in like some private group, which freaks me out. So again, not that I'm doing anything wrong, and not that anything is about me, but you're just like, what are they talking about? I need to know.
I actually don't follow. I only follow the page to watch the rebuttals. When people make the videos being like explaining it, I'm like, just fucking own it.
Just own it. Just own it. Like literally, again, as I did, I owned it. I had no idea. I had a whole video on it. Like I looked like such an idiot years ago. And now I'm like, what an idiot. Whereas if you go in and you're like, no, like this is it and this is that.
It's the people who argue it. You're just like, oh my God, just bruh. Number one, no one cared when you posted it. Number two, no one cares about your stupid excuses.
Yeah, like just say you took someone else's beer and you ran under someone else's name. Like why?
Yeah.
Why are we?
Or you stopped your watch or whatever. Like.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, everyone's learning. I do feel like what they intended to do was obviously go out and make everyone more accountable for their timings and stuff. And I do feel like that's coming. And I'm actually so excited for this race season to see everyone how they post their timings and how they're posting their stats and stuff. Like are people like when I did my sub 4, I shared the thing that I got given from Sydney Marathon. Even though I have 2 times for it, I shared the one that they initially gave me. And it'd be interesting to see what people do, if they're still sharing their Strava or not. And it's going to be an absolute field day for official and unofficial.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be so much more caveats in the captions where it's like, hey, this is my Strava type in capitals, and it'll be like, I am waiting on official time or something like that, or whatever. Like,
even then, like that's exactly what I did in that Sydney Marathon. I wrote my Strava time was this, my official time was this, and I still got roasted. So just put your official time. Don't even put your Strava time.
Yeah.
I feel like no one wants to even see your Strava time anymore. If anyone wanted to see your Strava time, they'd go on Strava. But we all know that the Strava's not even accurate. So it's like, don't even mention it. Just, I feel like you're just setting yourself up to be roasted. So
I look forward to it because there will just be people who are just think they can sneak one by, or like just, I don't know. But I think I said it in another episode. People who profit from it, people who profit from lying, I have a real issue with. Like, if some fucking person just doesn't do Instagram, just happens to post it, don't give a fuck.
No.
But if it's like someone's like, hey, I did a sub 4-hour marathon, come buy my training program, I got a real issue with that.
Yeah, or they're like a runner athlete.
Yeah, or they get sponsored or...
Yeah, Runner put out a statement being like, we're doing more to educate our athletes, and I think Official and Unofficial were like, how about you just stop, employing people that are like this? Like stop getting these athletes who are doing this sort of stuff. Like get the right people on board with you. So it'd be interesting to see how they go with these, with Runner moving forward, what they tell their people what an official time is and stuff. Because it seems to be like they did a whole graph on it. It's hilarious. On like how many of them were Runner athletes that had said they'd done a certain time. So
Yeah.
gosh.
I nearly for athletes like that who are getting sponsored or who are, I guess, well versed in the space, and this isn't. You were quite new in the space, Georgia, when you did it, but like I almost feel like there is, like, what you're doing. I don't feel like you can play the whole I didn't know the difference between Strava and chip time. I feel like especially now, like 2026, like running has exploded so much. It is so common knowledge. Like I feel like if you are in that space and you're engulfed in that space and that is your life, it's like there is no excuse. Like you're just a liar.
Oh, for sure. And like, not that I'm trying to defend myself, but when I first did that,
Yours
that
was
was
3 years ago.
Yeah. And it was like, that was my first year of marathon running. I don't know why it literally wasn't even something I wanted to post about when I got that time at 2024 was when I did it, but it was my first official year of actually running marathons. And, I got off the finish line and I cried because I was like, I didn't get it. But then everyone online started saying, oh my God, your Strava is saying this. Like, you got it. And then it snowballed to me being like, I don't know what to do.
I remember you and I having that conversation.
Yeah. Like, I could literally look back at our conversation and me being like, I don't know what to do. Everyone's saying I got it. But then also my official time says I'm 39 seconds over. And you were like, no, like, unfortunately, but you've still run a really great race, and don't worry, like, you are capable of doing it. You've just, it's 39 seconds. And at the time, I had posted my Strava time and my official time, and I was like, oh, the course must have been off. Like, I was doing all the things, and I just didn't understand how it worked. I didn't understand that the watches were so inaccurate.
That was also the first year that I guess running was like getting to where it is now in terms of popularity, like obviously bouncing out of COVID and everything. So like the education from 2020, I know it's because everything moves so quickly now. It's only been like, 15 months? Something like that. But like it might as well have been 10 years, like in terms of the amount of content that's out there, education, like especially if you're in that space and you're like, that's your world. It's like there's just no excuse. So if you get put on that page, like, and there's been a couple of coaches who like we're in direct competition with who have been outed on that. And I'm just like, fuck me, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like,
also great for business for us.
Great for business. Yeah. But also like, just pull your head in.
Yeah. 100%. And, I just, as much as people hate on the page, I think it's been really great for the sport, and that, it's removing that social media aspect that's where people are just doing stuff and saying stuff and just to get money. And I don't know, I just feel like it's making the entire social media platform a bit more transparent, which is great. And yeah, it'd be good to see what happens this year. I'm excited to see all of the races come out, and hopefully people have learnt their lesson.
They won't. No, everyone will try, and not everyone, but there will be people who try and be, what's the word? Mischievous.
I think they forget that, it's not. I think they go, oh, well, official and unofficial don't see my posts, or they don't follow me, so how will they know? They forget it's the people that follow them. It's probably their friends or people that don't like them that are sending in.
Think about how many people who follow big influencers who actually hate them, and they're like, I am just here to see you fall, and if I can dictate that's actually going to bring me joy, I'd be like, yeah.
That is exactly what's going to happen. And so people that think, oh yeah, I'm safe, like they don't follow me, or they're never going to see my posts, like I've only got 1,000 followers and stuff like that.
It is the social aspect of the social network.
Literally, and that is what's gonna be the downfall of a lot of people. So just be honest. There's some poor girl the other day, I felt so bad for her. She was 1 second over. Like, I thought my sub 4 was, heartbreaking. She was 1 second. Like, that sucks. But, you just can't hide from it anymore. So, unfortunately, we just pick up and move on. And then I promise you, when you actually get the time you really, really wanted, it's so worth it. So,
Yeah, that's actually an interesting point. Well, we might finish on this one is the whole point of endurance sport is the pursuit, right? Like it is, whether it's sub 4, sub 10, whether it's doing your first, it's like the whole building up to doing the thing and then actually going out and doing it. All these guys and girls who preach that they're about that life and they love it and they live for it, and then they just lie. It's just like, do you even like what you do, or are you just doing it for the clout?
Yeah.
Do you even understand like the point of endurance sports?
Yeah, and it's so true. And I think people need to go, what is my why for this? And we've spoken about this so many times, but like, what is the why? Is the why strong enough? If I'm going to go and just lie at the end, like, what, your why isn't there. You're just doing it for the sake of doing it. So, make sure if you are, having this massive pursuit to a sub 10 or a sub 4 or whatever it might be, a sub 3, for goodness sake, like, make sure the why is there, because then that's going to be your strongest way to actually get the goal and the thing that's really going to push you across the finish line. And if you don't get it, it's going to push you even further, because I probably would have had a baby a year ago, but I needed that sub 4. I needed that for me. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get a time to do this again. This is my time to be selfish. I'm still only, in my late 20s at the time. And I thought, I need to do this for me. And as soon as I knew, I was like, if I get this sub 4, I know I can let that go and I can start thinking about starting a family. And so I was like, if I don't get it, like, I'm going to need to do another marathon. So yeah, I think it is all the sweeter when you get the goal. So there's no point lying online. Just be yourself and people will be so proud of you regardless. Like,
I think people resonate with your story too. Like, not you, Georgia. I mean, just like the person's story. Like, my goal is to do X, and then you tell them that story and why it's important, and they're like, that's fucking awesome. It's when you just go, you just make something other people are like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's when the people send them in to be like, well, they lied.
Yeah. I saw a bloke who won a race, like literally won a marathon, and still lied about his time. And like, so all the credit got taken away from him, and official, unofficial posted it. And they just lost all the credit for winning a race. And it's like, as if winning's not enough.
As if you didn't think that if you were going to post your Strava time that people wouldn't go, who won the race and what was their time?
Yeah. It was like 17 minutes out too. Like, it wasn't even close.
No.
Yeah. I think he posted he ran 3:47 and his official time was like 4:04 or something.
But he won it.
Yeah, it was the Great Wall of China marathon.
Oh, I was like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, no professional runners. It's just like, I think only 100 people run it or something like that. Like,
okay, right. Yeah. Wow. Hectic.
Yeah.
That is, and 17 minutes, did you say?
Yeah, it was like 3:47 and he didn't go sub 4.
Wow. That's an interesting, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm never surprised by people online these days. But I think that is probably a great time to wrap up this episode. Thank you for letting me letting me yap on about my pregnancy and for hearing
We'll talk about it again in
views.
6 months.
Look, as I said, I will try my best not to make it my whole personality. But hey, if you've got questions about it or you want to ask about, being pregnant or running pregnant or training or whatever you want to ask, feel free. Our inbox is always open. We'll be back next week with some listener questions. We've got a few banked up over the holidays, so we've got lots to answer, and we'll jump back into some more educational episodes. But thank you so much for listening. This has been episode 51 of Beyond the Finish Line. Make sure you head over to Instagram and follow us at beyondthefinishline_pod. Head over to wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you like, subscribe, download, leave a comment, share it with a friend. We'd be so grateful. And thank you so much for listening.
Hooroo.
Bye.